For the first time ever, we're making sweet potato casserole, which are these very ugly looking root vegetables. They're awful looking, but they're anyway. So I've got my oven on 350 and I'm preheating it. It's pretty much heated up. I'm going to throw these in the oven for about 35 minutes until they start to soften up. And then I'm going to somehow peel these while they're hot. We'll figure that out when we come to it. Okay, sweet potatoes have come out. They took longer than the half or 35 minutes that originally said. It took more like an hour at 320 or 350. I actually ended up turning the oven up to 375 to finish them off. They're soft. If you take your knife and kind of push them inside, you can kind of feel that they're soft. Not as soft as like a baked potato. Maybe that's what I was expecting. Cut the ends off. You don't want the ends. Nice orange color. And you're supposed to peel them. I think the easiest way, I tried one just to see, just to experiment before I did it on camera. Because like I said, I've never dealt with sweet potatoes before. But what I did with it was I just kind of took it and peeled as much of the skin off as I could. And then I cut the rest of it off.
Seems to work well.
And that worked pretty good.
Yeah.
Because most of it peels off. And I'm not sure, I'm going to have to, we don't have a potato masher like a old school potato masher, so I'm going to try it with my mixer like I would mashed potatoes, because you have to mash these up. I can honestly, I've thought about if I do this again, if I like them, I might just buy canned and bypass all this baking part. So I'm going to peel the rest of these, and then I'm going to experiment with mashing them. I'll try to do that on camera, I guess. I don't know, make a fool of myself. Potatoes here, it fills a bowl up. And like I said, I don't have a masher. I would have rather had just a masher. These may work. I don't know. I don't know if this will work or not, because no, they're pretty soft. I'm hoping to break them up a little bit, and then I'll turn this on and see if I can't break them up a little bit. So
it smells like the baby food.
Sweet potato.
Sweet potato.
Hopefully this will be a lot sweeter than that. Okay, I'm going to try to turn these on. I'll probably make a mess. I probably could have used my big mixer for this, but I was afraid to. Potatoes mashed, not fun. Buy them in a can. I think I'm going to buy them next year in a big can if I like them. But for the rest of the recipe, you have some flour, regular white sugar. You need 2 eggs, some vanilla extract, light brown sugar, ground cinnamon, regular salt, heavy cream, and you need a stick of butter. Just a whole stick of butter, and I'm going to use half at a time. So, and then you need half a cup of pecans. Okay, I've got all my measuring spoons over here, so there's a lot of them for this recipe. I'm going to take a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And this is my mashed, just in case you hadn't seen it yet. That's my mashed sweet potatoes. They look pretty good. Okay, there's a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. This is half a stick of butter, so it's a 1/4 cup of butter. I'm going to use this measuring spoon since I don't use it anymore to rake it out. And make sure you rake it out. See that white stuff? That's the good stuff. You got to get most of that out. Okay, and then I need a teaspoon of vanilla. 2 eggs. I usually crack them in a bowl just to make sure I don't get any shell on them, but I'm pretty comfortable about breaking them up in here. I got a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. I need 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. So we had some left over from when we made a peanut butter pie, so this is going to be left over. I need 2 of these. And the last thing I need is sugar, and we need a 1/2 cup of sugar. There might actually be a 1/2 cup measuring cup already in there. Let's see, is that a 1/2 cup? Yeah. There's a half cup of sugar. And I'm kind of afraid to turn this on, honestly, but my mixture mixed up pretty good. It smells really good. I am going to add this to, or pour this into, we use the aluminum pans. This is a 13 by 9 cake pan basically, and I'm going to, it's greased. I sprayed cooking spray on it, and I am just going to, you might want to switch these sides because you won't be able to see. I'm going to pour this in here. Okay, now I've kind of spread this around. I'm going to make my topping, so I'll get those ingredients together and I'll be right back. Got my half stick of butter, and this has been out for a while, so it's pretty soft. It's butter though, so it'll never be 100% soft. But throw that in a bowl. Make it to where I won't make a mess. And then I need 3 tablespoons of flour. One, 2, 3 cups of flour.
Tablespoons.
I mean tablespoons, not 3 cups. That would be awful. And let's see. And then I need 3/4 of a cup of light brown sugar, and I'm going to leave it in this bag because it gets everywhere. So I've got a 1/4 here. And then I have a 1/2 cup of chopped pecans, and we bought them. You saw the bag; they're just cut. They're already chopped up for you. I'm gonna go ahead and pour that in there. Now, it says you can use a pastry blender or your hands. I'll probably end up using my hands once I kind of squish this butter up a little bit. I don't mind getting my hands a little dirty. But you want it to be like coarse, like a cornmeal almost, because this is going to go on top of your sweet potato. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to take my wedding ring off. Wedding ring off. For all you single ladies out there.
That's not funny.
Okay. Let's get in here and get dirty.
Does it feel like sand?
It does kind of feel like sand, yeah. Sticky sand, because it's kind of sticks to you a little bit. Consistency, and Tammy's right, it does kind of feel like a really coarse, wet sand with the nuts all mixed through, but it's not bad. It doesn't take me that long at all to do that with my hands. So now what I want to do is take it and kind of just sprinkle it over my sweet potatoes, and I'm going to kind of be sparse at first because I don't know how far it'll go. Hopefully it's thicker than that, but
Mom always made hers in a round dish, and it was covered the top of the round dish.
Well, this is what they recommended, was the...
I'll be curious to see how this comes out, though, because the recipe was wrong about the time of the sweet potatoes, so it worries me a little bit.
Yeah. Because there were some chunks in there that weren't cooked.
Yeah. And you let them cook for an hour.
Yeah, but you know what? I looked it up on the internet, and other people were saying about half an hour too. So maybe I just got, although most people were recommending getting the long, skinny ones.
And you got big
and
ones.
I got kind of fat ones, like a baked potato.
Yeah,
so,
you got a big one. Big ones.
I think it's covered.
Well, I'm hoping all the measurements are correct, but it looks right.
Yeah, it looks good. It smells good. It's good consistency. So now this will go in a 350-degree oven for 30 minutes. We're going to let it sit for right now until we get ready to bake everything, but that's what it does, 350 degrees.